A lot of cities like Decatur depend on their share of the income tax to operate their budgets.
Yep.
I know you want to take away a little bit of that. In Decatur, that's going to cost them anywhere between $1 and $3 million, which
Yep.
is a big chunk of the budget.
Yep.
What's the thought process behind that, and will they get that money back eventually?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we do have to cut some of the local government distributive fund in the current budget. The law in Illinois is I needed to submit a balanced budget that had no new tax revenue in it, and that's what we did. And we have a balanced budget for the first time in maybe a long, long time. We won't need to cut the local distributive fund for the local governments nearly as much if we get the reforms done, because that'll save money in the state level that will free up resources so we won't have to cut. But also, local governments won't need as much money from the state government if prevailing wage is modified and removed, because that costs 20 to 25% more for all local government contracts of construction. Also, if local governments can control what gets collectively bargained, who has to join in a union or not in the local government, that frees up a significant amount of money as well, so that the local governments can get a better handle on their budgets, reduce the tax burden on the property owners, and have a balanced budget, even with a reduction in the local government share.
Should local governments be allowed to do what you want to do with the state pensions, do that with local police and fire, because local police and fire are a big chunk of their pensions?
No, that's right. I believe in more local control over what goes on in the pensions, because the local voters, the police officers and firefighters, they work for the local taxpayers, local citizens, and there should be more control, local control of those pension issues. And what I've strongly recommended statewide is that we not only allow local control, but we protect existing pensions. Existing pension benefits that have been accrued, or benefits for retirees that have already, people who've already retired, those shouldn't change, those shouldn't be reduced. But we should allow local government as well as state government to change pensions for future work starting tomorrow. Not for retirees, but for current workers, for future work, so they can be a more affordable pension for the future. And those who are currently working, when they do retire, they'll get two pensions, the historical one and the new one, so they'll get two pension payments for the future. That's fair, it's more affordable. If we do that at the state level, in the state government, it'll save us over $2 billion just the first year alone. It's a huge benefit for the taxpayers.